Hello everybody, welcome. Today's video is a little bit different. I am announcing another bead along, which we will be doing towards the end of the month from July 25th to 27th. And I'm going to reveal the project. So here it is. So yes, I know we sometimes don't do jewelry, but you know, like this is the first one really where we've specifically done, you know, something that really has to be jewelry. But anyway, this is the necklace and I am calling it Regal Romance. And it looks very complicated, but it's actually made up of lots of little pieces that are then joined together. So we'll be learning the pieces, and then on the third day we will join them together into our necklace. And those of you who are very, very eagle-eyed or who stalk me, which is a little bit weird, but anyway, if you stalk me, you will notice that I held a workshop last year where we did the Mardi Gras pendant. Okay, and you'll notice that this is very similar to the Mardi Gras pendant, but I have updated it. So here I use these drop beads, and I've actually updated the design a little bit, which you can see here. The corners are different, and instead of using these hard to find drop beads, we are going to be using some bicones, some 6mm bicones and 4mm bicones. And you can actually, if you don't want to use bicones here, you can use pearls for a different look. So the 4mm bicones will be on these pieces and here. Oh, and I've also designed this bit up here. That's the other change, because that was not part of the workshop before. So hopefully you guys like this, and it, like I said, it looks harder than it actually is, so even if you're a beginner you will be able to do this. Okay, now let's talk about the materials that we are going to be using for this. Very basic materials that hopefully you guys should have in your stash. Okay, first of all, we're going to use some 15-0s. So in mine, I'm just going to zoom you in so that I can point out different bits. Okay. Okay, so in mine, oh, I'll show you the back as well. So the back looks like this. Okay, so materials. First of all, you are going to need some 15-0s. On this one here, you can see them here, these bronze colored beads. Now I used Miyuki beads, and I suggest you use Miyuki beads because Toho beads are slightly larger and I don't want you to lose your chaton. Okay, which you could add an extra bead going across here if needed, if you only have Toho, but I used Miyuki. I don't have time right now to test because I'm going to be going away this month and I still have all the prep for the bead along to do, including making the tutorial and the videos. So I don't have time to test that, but anyway, I suggest if you can, you use Miyuki seed beads. Okay, so 15-0s, which are these bronze ones here. In my first one, which, let me find it, it's that's the item number of the bronze that I used. Okay, in this one I'm going to be using my kind of favorite, one of my favorite beads, which is Miyuki 15-1881. Okay, it's a kind of gold silver luster, goes with everything and kind of gives a vintage look. So that's going to be my 15-0 for my second version, which I'll be doing for the video. Okay, so 15-0. Then you're going to need two flavors of 11 O's. So you can see here I've got these gold ones and I've got these green ones, okay? See the green here, here, in the corners. Okay, so they're just scattered around. So your A color will be this color and your B color will be this color. So my A color, I'm going to use, instead of the galvanized gold, I'm going to use the galvanized silver. And I am using number 1051, Miyuki 11-1051. For my B color, I'm going to be using galvanized gold 1052. And there is a reason for that, which is I wanted to pull a little bit more yellow into my second piece, which I'll show you why. Okay, so here, here, and here we have chatons. Now you can make this unit right here, okay, as an earring if you want. So you're either gonna need, if you're making earrings, you'll need an extra 2. If you're not making earrings, you will need 3 in total. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. These are 8mm chatons, which are the what are they called? Hang on, SS39, I think. Yes, SS39s. So here I used Siam. These were some Swarovski ones that I had, okay? And in the next video, the tutorial, I'm going to be using these, which are a light topaz, okay? So this is why I wanted to pull in a little bit of yellow into my color scheme. So there, there, there. Now you're going to need 4 6mm bicones, which are here, 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 here. And you can either use the same color, like here I use cyan to tie in with that, but I'm going to use an accent color, and I'm going to be using these, I think these are sapphire. I don't know. These were Swarovski that I have had in my stash for at least 10 years. So I'm going to be using these, okay, for these bits right here. And then I wanted to, because this is going to be yellow right here, I wanted to pull a little bit more blue in for my my little 4mm bicones, which could also, these could be rounds, these could be fire polish. They don't have to be bicones. I just think it looks nice with the extra sparkle. But if you wanted to use a pearl or something, you could here, just to mix it up. Or if you want it to look a little bit more old-fashioned, you could use a pearl right here, okay? Maybe you could even use pearl-colored beads for your second color. That would be, and then use pearls here, and that would be really nice as well, okay? If you want a more vintage look. Okay, so I am using for my 4mm, these from Potomac Beads, the Blue Flare bicones. I just love this color because it's really clear, but it's also has just a hint of blue. It's like a grayish blue. It's not too much. Okay, so you're gonna need 8, 9, 10, 12 of those in total, okay? And for your thread, I am going to be using a Dragonthread size 6 because I like that one. If you don't have Dragonthread, I would really recommend that you use size 4 crystal Fireline, or you can use smoke, if you know, use whatever color thread works with your piece. But yes, 4-pound Fireline, because we will be going through the 15 O's multiple times, okay? All right, so that's everything you need. 15 O's, 2 colors of 11, some 8mm chatons, some 6mm bicones, and some 4mm bicones, okay? And as always, it will be free on YouTube. The pattern will be I only charge $5, like, you know, the price of a cup of coffee. So by purchasing the pattern, it's like a way to say thank you, or if you just want a pattern. But because I'm offering it for free, I don't charge like normal price for the pattern because you could get it for free. So it's just an added extra if you want to support me, and I would greatly appreciate that if you do support me as well, if you can afford the $5, okay? Anyway, so the chain is just simple right angle weave, and then at the end I just put on a lobster claw clasp with a little extender chain, but you can use any kind of clasp, or if you want to do a different type of chain, you can, okay? Or if you just want to attach a bail onto this and then string your own necklace, you can do that. This is not very big. It's actually quite small. Like, you might think, oh, I don't like wearing big chunky jewelry. It's actually really small. This looks really nice on. So it is only like 1.5 inches tall, okay? Which is, it's under 4 centimeters, the central bit, okay? So this is really quite delicate. It looks really nice when you're wearing it. And anyway, so I want you to go gather your things, get ready, and I will be getting ready too. And the first video will drop on July 25th. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you have purchased a pattern from me for one of the Beadalongs in the past, thank you very much. And if you want to leave a comment for people just saying, you know, what you thought of the pattern. The patterns are fully descriptive and fully illustrated. They're not photographs, they're actual graphics that I do, so it takes a lot of work. So anyway, I want you to know that you are getting really good value in buying the pattern, okay? All right, guys, so hope you are excited about this. Even if you don't really like wearing a lot of jewelry, you might want to make this for a Christmas gift for someone, or, I mean, honestly, it's gorgeous. So even if you just want to bead it for fun, highly suggested that you participate. Okay, see you soon. Bye.